And I understand that back in 2010, you were crowned Canadian Beauty Queen, or Miss Teen Von World 2010. Could you tell us a little bit about this experience?
It was a big surprise, to say the least, because the night of the crowning, throughout the competition, throughout the first, because I went through a few different rounds in the competition, and I sort of took it very lightheartedly. I didn't take it seriously at all. It was something to do for fun. And so when I actually achieved something and I got my title, I was very surprised and very thrilled, to say the least. But it was just a very interesting experience.
Do you think after taking this title, I mean, you said you were surprised when you got the title, when you achieved the title. Do you think it changed you after?
Exactly. But after competing in this pageant and using my title, I've become kind of a PR spokesperson for DFRO, especially when we did interviews. And when I did interviews as Miss Teen Von on TV and whatnot, they would ask me, so how was the pageant? How was it like? What were your feelings? And then I would always try to shift the conversation to my charitable work, into DFRO. And I would pull out the pamphlets and the brochures and the pictures. And they would say, oh, okay, but I want to talk about the pageant. And I said, yes, I know, but the charity is sort of a subset of the pageant. And it's
not a subset anymore. It's part of who you are.
Exactly. And I think to get any attention, you need some sort of, I've always said that people will pay more attention to you if you sparkle, and this kind of sparkles.
Exactly. Do you find that being in this whole process of charitable works, of being part of DFRO, does it make you connect to Vietnam more?
Absolutely. Because you're basically in Canada anyways. When I talk about DFRO, I'm talking on behalf of the children we help in Vietnam. And so you're a representative, you're an ambassador of Vietnam at that point. It's a very small setting, but you're still representing Vietnam on the global scale. And so doing this work, I've had to learn a lot more Vietnamese. I've had to partake in many activities with Vietnamese people. And that just, it teaches you the sort of culture and customs of not necessarily Vietnam, but the Viet Kieu outside of Vietnam. But in that sense, it's gotten me a lot closer to my heritage and my ethnic roots than doing anything else would have.
For you, Hieu, within the family, do you make it a point to kind of get your children to be close to Vietnam, or to, in any sense, have a connection back to their roots?
Oh, yes, always. It's always. Like my children always learning about Vietnam through my story. Until they say, Mom, don't say anymore. Almost every day. I thought about, how did my parents raise me up, with all, even I got hit from them up to age 22. My father still hit me up to age 22. So they said, no, it's not in Canada, right? Anyway, like, I teach them following the Vietnamese culture. Teresa had to work, in a household work at age 1.
Wow.
Yeah, so whatever
What did you do at age 1? Do you remember?
Like, yes, every morning she had to clean the table. Like this. I train my children to be, being responsible person, and how to rely, the lucky they have, by living in Canada, but they still have to learn, because Canada is a multicultural country anyway.
Yes.
They always encourage any immigrant to keep their own culture.
Exactly.
And we blended our culture with Canadian culture. So that's the good country that to live. So everything I teach Teresa always said, okay, you are Vietnamese, you have to do this, you have to do that. Especially like tin học lệ hậu học văn. Like in Vietnamese quote already have that. And I always, actually, in our family before, we always eat Vietnamese food. I always cook Vietnamese food. And I always teach Teresa, how to become a Vietnamese girl. And sometimes she told me, Mom, I'm Canadian. I was born in Canada. I said, no, you was born in Canada, but you had a Vietnamese blood. So that's why, you had to learn, being a Vietnamese woman, because the Vietnamese woman is different to Western woman.
Getting together and cooking Vietnamese food has always been a fun-filled time for Hieu and her children. Hieu loves cooking traditional Vietnamese food and is always eager to teach her kids how to cook. She believes that Vietnamese dishes will give them a good connection to the traditions and culture of their homeland.
Tôi rất là thích nấu ăn, phải nói là yêu luôn đó, phải nói. Tại vì đối với tôi thì nấu ăn nó là một cái nghệ thuật. Khi mà làm bếp ấy, thông thường là tôi hay gọi mấy cháu là mỗi đứa làm một cái, ví dụ như là nhặt rau hay là bỏ giá vô, đại khái như vậy là mấy cháu nó phải phụ. Khi mà nó yêu thích món ăn Việt Nam thì nó sẽ tìm hiểu cách nấu ăn Việt Nam, đúng không? Thì cái giống như là chính vì qua đó mà cái tên của Việt Nam luôn luôn ở trong lòng tụi nó.
Despite being raised and educated in Canada, Teresa enjoys preparing and enjoying Vietnamese traditional food. She's always excited to have a mother with the cooking, especially whenever her mother finds a new recipe to enrich the meals with traditional food.
I absolutely love Vietnamese food, so whenever my mom does cook Vietnamese, it's always fun, especially when she makes spring rolls, because it becomes a family activity. We sit down and we work together to create this one dish. Cooking Vietnamese food is a really very strong effort to kind of keep our ethnic heritage alive.
Every now and then, Hieu collects books, films, and any materials about Vietnam she can have, and use that to teach her children about Vietnam and the Vietnamese language.
Tôi giáo dục con tôi về Việt Nam qua giống như là báo chí tôi coi, ví dụ vậy, những cái hình ảnh đứa bé Việt Nam nào giỏi tôi đưa ra cho các cháu, hay là những cái news về Việt Nam, hay là bất lần TV mà của ngoại quốc nhưng mà nó chiếu về Việt Nam thì tôi cũng gọi con tôi ra coi, nó hay như vậy. Và hội chợ Tết này nọ tôi đưa đến để cho nó nhớ lại cái truyền thống Việt Nam. Và ngày Tết của trong gia đình mình thì vẫn có trưng bày y chang như Việt Nam, cũng hoa mai, hoa đào, cũng bánh chưng này nọ, và tất cả món ăn thì hầu hết là Việt Nam rồi. Thì tôi nghĩ đó là cái hình thức để mình nhắc nhở con mình nó là người Việt Nam.
Despite living in Canada, the children of Hieu are fluent in Vietnamese. Hieu said she insists on two most important things in educating her children, being Vietnamese and absorbing Vietnamese culture in the work and life.
How do you find cooking Vietnamese food or eating it?
I absolutely love Vietnamese food. It's so healthy. I never used to think so, because when you're a kid, especially over there, there's McDonald's, there's Burger King, there's KFC.
I don't want any veggies.
Exactly.
Also in today's studio is Hieu's two sons, Teresa's younger brothers, Albert and Richard. Hey guys, can you come on to the stage? How are you guys today?
I'm great.
Awesome. Thank you very much for coming on to Talk Vietnam. Richard, how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
And Albert?
I'm 15.
Awesome. Now, how long have you guys been in this whole process with your mom and your sister in DFRO?
Well, DFRO started in 2007, but we started doing charity work in 2008.
What was your very first project?
I think our very first project was simply just putting the donation boxes together and dispersing it around Ontario.
What do you think of participating in the work and kind of the charitable work with your mom and your sister and the whole family?
Well, at first, I thought it was kind of boring. But then after we started doing it and I came to Vietnam, I realized what our work has gone to and how all these kids have been supported by DFRO.
How about for you, Albert?
It's a really great experience. I mean, at first I didn't really appreciate it that much, and I didn't understand how it was that important because I was little, and all I cared really was watching TV and little things like that. But after I realized, I was entering grade 7, I realized lots of people around the world need help, and instead of doing nothing, it's better to do something. So at the end of the day, at least you did, even though it's small or meaningful, it means still a lot.
For you, Albert, meeting the children, what do you think? I mean, you've kind of heard about the charitable works, about what your mother, your sister, and even your brother have been doing, and now seeing it for yourself, how different is it?
Well, meeting the children are basically the same as kids in Canada. They want to have fun, they want to live a good life. So, seeing that, meeting them, it's just like a feeling that you want to help. You want to help them have the life that you had. And as they get older, they can have a normal life like you did. So it's kind of a responsible feeling. It overtakes you.
What have you guys done so far as part of the organization?
Well, what we've done was, of course, we started first in Canada, and what we did was helping at our galas and fundraisers by raising money and selling roses, keychains, and selling raffle tickets. I've also done silly things like Teresa face painted my face, and she made it into a clown face, and I had to go around handing balloons like children just to attract people to donate to our charity.
Exactly. Wonderful. Cool. How about you, Albert?
Well, agreeing with Richard, I've also helped with that.
Any clown faces?
No, but we've actually started this last year, but we started a golf tournament, which helped bring in lots of funds. And I helped the golfers get ready to go out on the course, and I also helped sell things during the actual dinner too. So small things, but at the end of the day, they give their own value.
Thank you very much, the whole family, for coming on to Talk Vietnam. As part of kind of wrapping up the show, I know you three are notorious for sometimes, occasionally, bugging and driving your moms nuts with singing and your songs. And I know you prepared a little bit of something for today. So could you possibly share with us what that is?